Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will discuss the significance of food science and technology. First of all, we will discuss that it is regulating the market price. How it can regulate the market price? During the peak season, fruits and vegetables are available in abundance in the market and flood the market. Thus, by the simple formula of the economics, the supply and demand is affected. Where there is the supply and it is increased, the demand will be decreased and so the price will also be decreased. By the regulating the market price means that the food scientists and technologists prepare different products from the surplus fruits and vegetables and helps to control the market price and the price don't fluctuate considerably. Secondly, the food supply during off season. As the food is produced from the fruits, vegetables and other commodities, that is the crops, etc., they are converted into useful products, and when they are converted into the useful products, they can be provided in the off season. If kept under controlled conditions, that is the storage condition and other requirements are fulfilled, it can be provided in the off season with a better price. That is, the price will not be too high. During the peak season, the price will not be too low, and during the off season, the price will not be too high. Both the properties are the qualities are due to the food scientist and technologist. Thirdly, it can supply the food to the non-producing areas. The cities are the areas where the food is consumed because of the population, which have the increased population, which are intensely populated. The rural areas are producing the crops and they are transported to the cities where it is consumed. Proper managements for its transportation, its storage are taken and are supplied to the cities. Food supply to the far-off places. Far-off places means if a commodity is produced in one country or in one province, it can be provided and supplied to the other country or to the other province with ease and with the minimum losses, keeping in view and focusing that the losses should be zero. But even if it is lost, the losses will be too low. Such as the mangoes of Sindh can be supplied to Peshawar, while the products of Peshawar can be supplied to the Karachi. Similarly, fish which is caught in the sea in Karachi can be transported to the Peshawar with ease in their containers, in their vessels after it is treated by the food scientist and technologist, as it is known that the fish is highly perishable. Moreover, it is producing the food for the consumer convenience. The consumer convenience means as the people are living in nuclear families mostly nowadays and are doing duties either in their own cities, in their own areas or in the far off areas or places and can't return to home with ease. And if the guest visit them at odd hours, how they will treat the guest. For this, the food scientist has devised some food commodities, some food items which can meet the need with ease by only heating them in the microwave oven or somewhere, some other things. Similarly, the special care is taken for the sick people. Sick people means who are diabetic, who are obese or who have some cardiovascular problem. The diet, the food is formulated for them that if it is consumed by the diabetic patients, it will provide the sweetness but not the calories. If it is consumed by the obese, it will not provide the calories. Thus they can control their weight. As the lifestyle is changing consistently and constantly with the changes in the society and the life modes, so they need change in their diet. Same is the case with the cardiovascular patients for whom special diets have been prepared and formulated. It is suggested by the physicians and prepared by the food scientists and supplied to them. Similarly, the food for the babies have also been prepared by the food scientist under strict vigilance to make and keep them healthy for a better future of the country. Similarly, one thing more, if we study, is the scientific expedition. People go to the Arctic or even to the North or the South Poles for the research. They need to take food with them because food is the basic necessity of life, without which life can't be imagined anywhere. Even if they go to the moon or to the Mars, they will have to take food with them. For this purpose, the food scientists prepare special food for them. Similarly, some of the people are trying to reach to the Mount Everest. They also need the food. The food is formulated and prepared by the food scientist. In the war fronts, the food is also the basic necessity as the weapons are. The weapons are used for battle while the food is required for the life. If there is weapon, they can combat with the enemies, but if there is no food, they cannot combat with the hunger and will die of hunger. The canning, which is an important production and production of the food scientists, was basically due to the war. The war was going on between the French and the Egyptian forces under the leadership of the Napoleon Bonaparte, who promised a price of 12,000 francs. And in 1810, a French confectioner, Nicolas Appert, was awarded that promised price for the introduction of the safe supply of the food commodities. A huge foreign exchange is earned by exporting the food commodities to the Central Asia and to the Middle East. The food scientists are not only serving in the Middle East but also providing food commodities with good quality to those countries and are earning a huge sum of money by this way. In the Central Asia, they are also providing the food for which they are getting the foreign exchange, and the transporters who are involved and engaged in this service are also employed there and are getting their money for livelihood, for their lives, and maintain their lives. This is the basic contribution of the food scientist in the significance of the food science and technology. If you have any question, you may please ask so that I will try to answer all the questions to satisfy you and to learn something also from my audience. Thank you.